The arena smelled of blood, ozone, and fear. It was built on Kareth Prime, a world famous for its brutal trials where species tested their warriors against the deadliest beasts of the galaxy. Rows of alien spectators packed the coliseum, their voices rising in a chorus of anticipation. Tonight's challenger was not a gladiator of renown, nor a cybernetic soldier. It was a human. Ambassador Criella had to blink twice when she saw the creature they called woman. She looked fragile compared to the competitors who usually stepped into the pit. No armored hide, no claws, no horns. Just pale skin, loose muscles, and eyes that glowed faintly under the arena lights. "She will be slaughtered," Criella whispered. Beside her, a hulking Zarkin laughed, mandibles clacking. Humans begged for a chance. Now one dies for the galaxy's amusement. The gates opened. The predator was released. It was a Drexel, 7 meters of muscle, scale, and rage. Apex predator of its homeworld, a beast bred only for killing. Its roar made the air tremble, its claws gouging deep furrows in the stone. The crowd roared louder, the sound of billions echoing across hollow broadcasts. The human didn't flinch. She simply adjusted the leather straps around her fists. No blades, no shield, only her bare hands. Criella's throat tightened. She wanted to look away when the Drexel lunged, jaws wide enough to swallow a shuttle pod. But the human didn't run. She stepped forward. The sound was sickening, like thunder cracking through bone. The Drexel's momentum stopped mid-charge. The human had driven her fist straight into its lower jaw with such force that the predator's skull snapped sideways. Gasps rippled through the arena. Was that possible? Criella muttered, her frills standing on end. The human didn't wait. She leapt, slamming both hands into the beast's throat. The Drexel thrashed, claws raking the ground, but she clung to it like a shadow. With a primal shout, she wrenched sideways, muscles corded, veins straining, until the sound of tearing cartilage filled the air. The predator's roar turned into a strangled gurgle, and then she ripped. Flesh tore, blood sprayed. The human tore the Drexel's throat clean open, chunks of flesh hanging from her hands like wet cloth. The apex predator collapsed, convulsing, its lifeblood spreading across the sand. Criella gasped, covering her mouth with trembling hands. The coliseum fell into stunned silence. But the human wasn't done. She planted a boot on the Drexel's ribcage, muscles surging with raw strength, and pulled. Bones cracked like splintering wood. Ribs snapped free. She tore the predator's chest open as though dismantling machinery. When she flung a rib into the crowd, it spun end over end, still dripping. The silence broke into chaotic screams and cheers. The Zarkin beside Criella had stopped laughing. His mandibles hung open in disbelief. She is not supposed to be able to do that, he stammered. The human stood over the shredded corpse, chest heaving, streaked with gore. Her eyes scanned the arena, not with rage, but with cold calm. A predator's gaze. The crowd had seen Drexel slaughter dozens of warriors before. Never had they seen a creature rip one apart with bare hands. Finally, she raised her arms, blood dripping down to her elbows, and let out a howl that reverberated across the stadium. It wasn't a victory cry. It was a warning. The galaxy had laughed at humanity, calling them frail, fragile, insignificant. Tonight, that illusion shattered. Ambassador Criella felt her spines flatten against her neck. She realized, with bone-deep certainty, what humans truly were. Not prey, not weaklings, not curiosities. They were predators. Apex predators hidden beneath soft skin and disarming smiles. As med drones scraped the remains of the Drexel from the sand, the human walked calmly back to the gate, every eye in the Coliseum following her. No one cheered now. No one laughed. They only watched in silence, hearts pounding, as the human disappeared into the shadows. And Criella, still trembling, whispered the truth aloud. The galaxy has no idea what it's unleashed.